Hello dear students, now we'll study the gaseous state, and first of all we will do the introduction to the gaseous state. As we know that matter exists in three different states, these are solids, liquids and gases. Have you ever thought as why different substances exist in different states under normal conditions of temperature and pressure? For example, when we see the periodic table, bromine exists as liquid, iron exists as solid and oxygen exists as a gas. Then the simple answer to this question is a competition between ordering effect of the molecular interaction energy and disordering effect of the thermal energy. Molecular interaction energy keeps the molecules together while the thermal energy moves them apart. This competition determines whether a given substance under given conditions is a gas, a liquid or a solid. So this picture shows us that these are the solids, this is the liquid and these are the gases, because there is a competition between the two effects. These effects are ordering effect of the molecular interaction energy and disordering effect of the thermal energy. In this direction, molecular interaction energy is decreasing and thermal energy is increasing. Because thermal energy is increasing, that's why it has more kinetic energy. Molecules, they move apart from each other, and this will lead to the gaseous state. When the molecular interaction energy is more, the molecules are closer to each other, and this will lead to the solid state, and in between state is the liquid state. So this is nothing else but is a competition between these two effects which determine whether the given matter is a solid, liquid or a gas. So we can say that the existence of different states of matter is nothing but a balance between its intermolecular interactions and the thermal interactions between the particles. The occurrence of intermolecular forces is the least in gases and most in the solids, whereas the occurrence of thermal energy is the least in solids and the most in gases. So this is clear to us now. And in the periodic table we have only 11 elements which exist as gas under normal conditions of temperature and pressure, and these are nothing else but as hydrogen, helium, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. So as we know that four most important measurable properties of gases are amount of the gas, pressure of the gas, volume of the gas and temperature of the gas. So now we will see one by one how to measure these properties. So first of all we'll have the measurement of the mass of the gas. So how we can do that? The mass of a gas can be easily determined by weighing the containers containing the gas and then emptying the container by taking out the gas and weighing the empty container again. The difference between the two masses gives the mass of the gas, and the amount of the gas is expressed in terms of moles, which can be obtained by dividing the mass of the gas by its molar mass. This is the equation, and number of moles of the gas is equal to mass in grams of the gas over the molar mass of the gas, and 1 mole of the gas is equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules. So this way we can measure the mass of the gas. Now we will see how to measure the volume of the gas. Now as we know that a gas fills the whole of the vessel, hence the volume of the gas is equal to the volume of its container. This volume of the container, and the volume of the gas is equal to the volume of its container, and the SI unit of the volume is meter cube. The other units which are used for the volume are milliliter and liters. These are also very much used in the numerical problems, and these are interrelated with each other as 1 meter cube is equal to 10 raised to power 3 decimeter cube is equal to 10 raised to power 6 centimeter cube. 1 milliliter is equal to 1 centimeter cube. 1 liter is equal to 10 raised to power 3 centimeter cube is equal to 1 decimeter cube is equal to 10 raised to power minus 3 meter cube. It means that if you have a cube of 10 decimeter cube each side, then that will contain approximately 1 liter of the gas. So now we'll study the measurement of the pressure, and as we know that the instrument used to measure the pressure is the barometer, and it tells us about the atmospheric pressure. The formula is pressure P is given by the force per unit area, and the formula is H rho G, where H is nothing else but is the H is the height of the mercury column in centimeters. So this is the barometer, and this is the height of the mercury column in the tube, and this is the H, height of the mercury column in centimeters, and A is the area of cross section of the tube in centimeter square. This tube, area of cross section of this tube is A, and rho is the density of the mercury at room temperature in gram per centimeter cube, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. And by this formula that pressure is equal to H rho G, we can calculate the atmospheric pressure. Now when this height of the column of the mercury column is 76 centimeter, then we say that this is equal to 1 atmospheric pressure. So 1 atmospheric pressure is nothing else but is equal to 76 centimeter mercury column at 0 degree centigrade. So now 1 atmospheric pressure is given by this equation. 76 centimeter atmosphere is equal to 76 centimeters, or is equal to 760 millimeter of mercury column, or is equal to 760 torr. Now the unit of pressure nowadays is commonly used is the bar. So how the bar and the atmosphere, they are interrelated with each other, so that I have written in this in this box. These numericals we have, these values we have to learn, because these are very useful in the numerical problems. So 1 atmosphere is nothing else but is equal to 1.01325 bar, or 1 bar is equal to 0.986923 atmosphere. The SI unit for pressure is pascals also. What is 1 pascal? 1 pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square, which is equal to 1 kilogram meter minus 1 S minus 2, or 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.01325 pascals, or Newton meter minus 2, or is equal to 1.01325 into 10 raised to 5 pascals Newton meter minus 2, or 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to 5 pascals or Newton meter minus 2, because 1 bar is equal to 10 raised to power 5 pascals. It is easy to remember. That's why nowadays 1 bar is used so many times, or very commonly used to denote the pressure. So now we will study the measurement of the temperature. As we know that temperature is the measure of the hotness or coolness of the body. So here we can see that there is a gas at low temperature, this is the gas at high temperature. So when the temperature is low, then kinetic energy is also low of the molecules of the gas. As we know that kinetic energy is directly proportional to temperature. If the temperature is low, kinetic energy of the molecules will be low, and their velocity will also be low, and the volume of the gases is directly proportional to temperature. When the temperature is low, volume of the gases is also low. So this is at high temperature. When it is at high temperature, molecules, they have high kinetic energy. Here they have low kinetic energy, and at high temperature the molecules of the gas, they have high kinetic energy. So this is about a little bit about the measurement of the temperature. Now we know that temperature can be measured on the 3 scales. These scales are Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale, or the Kelvin scale. Kelvin scale is given by the Lord Kelvin, and from where this Kelvin scale come, because when they started cooling a gas, they observed that it is not possible to cool a gas below minus 273.15 degrees centigrade, because at this temperature or lower than this temperature gases ceases to exist. So what does this mean? That this is the lowest temperature that can be attained. So this temperature Lord Kelvin named as the Kelvin scale, and hence this temperature minus 273.15 degrees centigrade is treated as 0 Kelvin. So the equation then becomes minus 273.15 degrees centigrade is equal to 0 Kelvin, or if you want to convert the temperature in the Kelvin from the Celsius, then the formula is Kelvin is given by degree centigrade plus 273.15.